Hello, all, welcome back. In this session, we are going to understand how to pass JSX as a children for a component. Okay, normally we can pass some properties, right? Already we understood yesterday. So we can add some, we can pass some JSX as a children to a particular component, and we can we are going to understand how to give a default values for the props, and we can focus on some rendering list because yesterday we have taken complex example. Yesterday we have taken some complex examples, so today I'm going to explain with some simple examples. Then hopefully we are going to complete majority of the things related to the props. But here one super important thing is there: props or read only. Okay, what does it mean? So we are going to cover all these things. Let's jump into the code. So if you see, I will just create a simple component to understand all these things. Okay, just creating. So meanwhile, just you are watching the video in the YouTube. Please start open and just start creating components so that simultaneously you can do practice as well. So I'm just creating a component called employee.js. So here is a function just written some JSX. Right now, I'm just putting just a h1 tag, hello, and we should export it, right? Export the default employee. Export default employee. Fine. So let's just put this thing in app.js. Import employee from slash. It's there in the components, and just go to that particular file and just place your. So observe carefully. We are going to learn very important things today. Of course, every day. This is also very important. So I'm just removing. Okay, this H1 you can remove it for now. Let's see what is there in the output. So React app is running. Hello. So if you just add some CSS so that it will just display properly. For that, I'm just adding a style. Okay, we are adding JavaScript object for the style. So I'm just giving some margin like 30 pixel. So let's give some background color. Hmm, light light gray. Okay, fine. Like the component is ready. So here the first thing we should understand. Okay, we can provide some default properties to a like props, default value to the props. First of all, we can pass some properties. So employee, I'm just writing the first name like Arjun, last name say, and employee. We know, right? We can either we can go with this props, and then you can add props dot. I'll just take a h1 tag itself so that it will display in a bigger font. So either you can do props dot and the first name dot the last name. Okay, or we can destructure it. Okay, always just try to destructure it. It's going to be more good. So destructure the first name. Then once you destructure, it will copy into your local variables. Just copying props into destructure into your local variables, and you are going to display those values. Okay, let's see whether it is working or not properly. So it's working. The Varun Agarwal, it's working properly. So here I'm just giving one more. The salary. The salary is equal to, okay, suppose I'm wishing Varun should get minimum 1 lakh salary monthly. So let's see the salary. And here we can display the salary. So fantastic, just save the details and see the result in the output. Okay, 1 lakh rupees. But suppose sometimes if you forgot to is- pass the salary details. Suppose here another student is there. Suppose Vijay. Suppose if you see, if you don't pass the details, you just tell me here, first name, last name, and salary is there. We are displaying here properly. Suppose if you don't pass the salary details for another employee, whether it will show an error or whether it will display something, what will happen? Can anyone guess? For
It
Varun,
will display something. I think.
it will display something. We are not passing anything in place of salary, and here we are trying to display that value. Okay, let's see what will be there in the output. Whether it will throw an any error. Okay, it's not throwing any error because whenever you are destructuring it, say if you don't get that value, what will happen? It will store undefined. Okay, so if you have undefined, it is not going to render anything. Okay, that's fine. So Varun Agarwal, 1 lakh rupees. But you want to, because if a student, if you do, student, if you don't pass any salary details, but I want to, okay, I want to give some any default value for that. So minimum 20,000 like intention. Otherwise, it's very difficult, right? After graduation, it's very difficult to survive. That's why for each and every employee or student, whatever it is, for example, I'm saying here, if you pass that salary information, okay, you can read that information and you can display. But if you don't pass any information, so at the time it will display this default value. Observe carefully. So for the second employee, we didn't provide any value for the salary. That's why it is taking the default value. So sometimes this is going to be very useful. Okay. Now tell me, understood or not, everyone?
Yeah. The 20,000 where we are defined.
Where we are
This
just hard
Sunday.
coding, no? We are not defining anywhere.
Like,
Just hard coding.
oh, okay,
So
passing
these are the
through.
default values because while designing this particular component, you can decide if you want to give any default value
Mm.
or not. So suppose I will tell you one more thing. Suppose E is logged in. Normally, if you don't pass, by default it will take as a false. But if you want to mention like is logged in, suppose if that particular person doesn't send that information, okay, you can provide some default value, right? False. That makes sense.
So
Understood?
Agu, we can initialize in that.
Yes.
We can initialize there like that.
Where?
Like salary equal to 20,000 is logged in equal to false again, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we can initialize there.
I didn't get you. Initialize there means
I mean, we can't store in separate variable. Like here we are giving salary 1 lakh and directly we are hard coding here, right?
right.
Salary equal to 20,000. So we can do like that.
So you're saying that salary is equal to 20,000 like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm coming to that point. Yeah, that's a good question. So if you see, so the statement is okay, we can provide some default values to the prop. Okay, and the next statement is props or read only. Okay, what is the meaning of read only? Can anyone tell me? What's the meaning of read only?
We cannot
We can't
change.
override or change.
We cannot like override or we cannot change the value. So, but if you see here right now, okay, let's say suppose you are passing some salary. Even I didn't provide any default value. You are passing some value as a 1 lakh, and this person is also passing some 50,000. Okay? So the statement is props or read only. But here, okay, first name is there, last name is there, salary is there, and few people like sometimes we will do like this. I will do salary is equal to suppose some triple seven triple seven triple seven something. So now tell me whether it is going to display like okay let me okay double seven double seven double seven. Okay. Whether it will display these all sevens or it will display only 1,50,000 in the output.
1,50,000.
1,50,000 because props are read only so that we can't change it, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Vasanta, do you agree with that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Sweta, I hope. Let's see the output. You're saying that it will display 1,50,000, right?
Yes.
But what is the output?
7
What's happening? The statement is props are read only, but here value is changing, right? That statement is wrong. That props are read only. Okay. No, but we are doing in a wrong way because if you see, once you destructure it, that means these are local variables. Yes, if you see, I will tell you like this. Constant. Look carefully. What is this? So normally we should do like this. Okay, props. Okay, we are getting this object. We are getting this object. And here we are destructuring it. Once you destructure, it will copy the first name value into this and last name value from that props to this variable and salary from this props object into this salary local variable. Okay, got it? And here these are the local variables so that you can change it. But if you see, if I try to change the original object props dot salary is equal to 777. Okay, changing props dot salary is different, and once you destructure, changing that value is different. So observe carefully. Props dot salary now 777 whether it will display or not. So it is not displaying anything. Okay, let me see what is happening in the console. So it is showing something error. Okay, cannot assign to read only property salary of object, right? Got it? Understood everyone? Showing
Yeah.
an error. Cannot assign read-only property. That means that statement is 100% correct. That means you can't change the value of the props. But sometimes we'll do like destructuring. Okay, after destructuring, assigning value to this salary is different. This is different because now
Yes.
that is your local variable. Just you are copying props dot salary value into this local variable. That's why you can change this local variable. Okay, so this is okay. CL, right? Okay, CL only. Okay, but you're taken constant, that's why you can't change it. So just if you just take let, you can change it. So don't get confused that after destructuring and if you just try to if you just try to alter the value and that means like the props are changing. No, the original object, the props which you are receiving from the parent component, you can't change the value in that props object. Okay, I hope you guys understood. Two things. One is you can pass the default values. Another one is you cannot change the original properties, right? Because those are read only. Okay, we understand two things. You just give me confirmation that You guys understood or not?
Yes.
Yes,
No,
yes, Ravi.
Varun. Okay, because this is very, very important. Definitely, they will ask in interviews. Whenever you are attending an interview as a fresher, they will ask this question. But 2 or 3 years experience, maybe they don't ask this question because they will expect much more from you. They will ask some complex question. Okay, fine. So another one is, okay, here something interesting. Passing JSX as children. What is this? We are passing some information as a props that is working properly, and even we can provide some default value that is also fine. Okay. Here the another important thing is passing JSX as a children. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can understand with some good examples. So right now, okay, I hope you guys understood, right? So I'm just destructuring in the parentheses itself. Okay, I'm just moving to the next topic. Save it. Yes, I'm just removing this hello as well. And okay, this is fine. So observe carefully here. Okay, I will remove this one. Make it simple. Here, while just defining that the component while you are imported and while you are just using that component, the syntax, we can change the syntax in different ways. Okay, one way is writing like this. Another way is, so observe carefully, I'm just writing. So here I'm not closing like a self closing tag. Okay, I'm just closing like this. I'm just closing like this. Observe carefully, both will work the same way. So fine. So Varun Agarwal 1 lakh, because we are reusing the component and we are passing the same kind of props and it's displaying the in a similar way. So there is no problem for us. So but observe carefully. Suppose you are suppose if you are creating a div, you can write some content here. Suppose the hello. So it will display the div. Okay, it is displaying. Okay. And what you can do inside the div, you can add another h1 tag, right? H1 tag. Okay, this is children. Okay, this is child, right? Child one, called as a child one. Observe carefully. This is the div. Inside that, we just added another h1 tag. So that means that is a child for that particular div. Again. Okay, inside this div, I'm just adding another one like a paragraph. Okay, something blah. Just see the result. So it is working properly because this is the div. Inside that we have a h1 tag, we have a paragraph tag. Okay, from when we are learning HTML, we know this fundamental concept. But here, observe carefully. In the same way, we can add some children to this employee component as well. So how we are adding h1 tag and paragraph to a div because
Deep
this is a
tag.
child. Sorry, tell me.
No, sir. I have repeated this.
Okay, fine. Because we are just adding h1 tag and paragraph tag to div tag as a child, right? You can call these are the children because even whenever you're adding any HTML element dynamically, so you will take the reference to the div and you can add like the div dot append child, right? That means it's a child to that. So in a similar way, we can add it. Suppose I'm just passing some h1 tag to employee component. Yes, this is 100% possible. 100% possible. That is a children. That is a children. So here, um, so I'm just mentioning the college name. Okay, Varun, what is your college name?
Right now I'm working, Ravi.
Hey, Baba. Previously, you have studied now.
Aurora.
Aurora Engineering College. Okay, fantastic. Okay, thank you, Varun. So here, observe carefully. Okay, now tell me, can anyone guess whether it is going to display Aurora Engineering College in the output or not? The first one, the first component, we didn't provide any child to that component, but second one we are providing. So whether it is going to display in the output or not,
Yes, it
Yeah,
is
it will
going to
display.
display.
it's going to display, right? Okay, very good. Let's see the output. Refresh. It's not displaying, right?
Mm,
Displaying.
I think we have to provide any reference like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's what, because we are observe carefully. What, passing JSX as a children, okay, we are passing as a children, but end of the day, it will get as a prop only. Observe carefully. In employee, we just do console.log, console.log, okay, props. Okay, just props. So right now I'm just commenting it. Check whether what is the value is coming in the props. Just go and see, inspect the console. We have got an object. So if you see, the first name is Varun, last name is Agarwal, salary is 10,000 for the first component, and the second component, okay, first name is there, last name is there, salary is there, another property is there. Observe carefully. Noticed?
Children, yeah.
Children.
right.
Okay. So if you add any JSX inside that component, okay, if you just add any JSX like a child inside that component, okay, it is going to provide that information as a property only. Okay, how you are getting first name, how you are getting last name, how you are getting salary, in the same way you can read that props. Okay, what is the property name? That's a predefined one. You don't need to mention like children or children's or something. That is a children. Okay, just take that word children. Okay, let's so you can, what you can do here, you can destructure the first name, last name and salary, and you can destructure that one as well. What is that? Children. Okay, hopefully the spelling is correct. Just correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
REN.
Yeah.
REN, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
EREN.
DREN.
Yeah,
Mm.
hopefully this is right. Okay, so now just put curly brace and just place that the property. So now observe carefully. So if you see, the first, whenever we are calling the employee component, we are not able to see that Aurora Engineering College because we didn't pass that as a children. But here we are passing that information as a children, so that you can display. Understood?
Yes,
Yes.
Ravi, clearly.
Okay, because many times, because whenever we are learning React.js, most of the people skip this concept. I don't know why they are skipping, but naturally they will skip, or something happen. So we will face problem while doing projects. So this is the most important thing. So if you see, now you got an idea. Suppose not only h1 tag, you can pass another component also. Yes, I'm saying what I'm saying. You can pass another component as well, because whatever you pass it, it will treat as a children. If you want to display, you can display, and you want to apply some different styles, whatever it is, you can apply it later. So this is what, okay, for understanding purpose, I will create a simple component and we can pass as a children to that employee. Okay, here I'm just creating, for now I'm just creating component here itself. Yes, you can get multiple components in a single file. Okay, function, just tell me what's the suppose let's say the sports information. So just return some div. I'm just putting like a h1 tag. This is a simple component. Okay. So now what we can do, you can just pass that component as a child. So now what will happen? So you are passing this component as a children to this employee. So whenever this children is available, because for first time you are not passing, for first employee you are not passing, for the second employee you are passing, so that whatever you display, whether it is a component or whether it is a h1 tag, whether it is a div, whatever it is going to display in the output. Right? It's working, right? This information is coming from that children, and you see background color because it's a part of the employee component only. So hopefully you guys understood. Just give me confirmation who are watching this video. It's very very important. Note down because we are going to discuss everything in React.js. So if you understand this concept, just ping me in the comment section. Understood. If you are not interested to comment, that is also not a big deal. But if you don't understand, ask me. If you understand, okay, I'm very happy. Okay, Varun, Vasanta, Sweta, understood?
Yes, Raghu.
Yeah, okay,
That
understood.
function we can export to other component also.
Yes, we can export. App.js is if you just create, but we can export as a default only one, right? But normally with a named export, you can export it.
Sir, if we provide means a component and also head tag, then what it will take as a children? Both it will take or else one only.
Okay, if you pass sports,
Component as well as tag, one tag element.
okay, let's see. Uh, so I didn't try really. Let's see. Hopefully it will take both and it will display. Okay, because whatever you just pass here, it will consider as a children. Okay, one children, and it will display and it will treat and it will display that one. So
I thought
it
it may get overrides.
no, because you see it's working. It will consider like a container and it will take all that content and it will pass it the children component and it will display whatever the form you want to display. That's a good question. Okay, now okay we understand the most important things. So just let me revise few things about the properties. Okay, so please I'm saying please start reading the documentation. Okay, this documentation is really really beautiful. It's just explain like because if you are watching any tutorial, you are attending any kind of training, so he also prepared the documentation in the same way. If you just start reading that, you feel that you are just attending some training, you are just following some tutorial, okay, in that beautiful way as explained. Okay, so just go to this passing props to a component and just read out and you will get lot of things. So here, so always just go to the recap so that you will find some important things. Where is that recap? Okay, so these things are very important. Okay, I just didn't explain only one thing. I will explain after some time because if I explain some complex things, it will lead to some confusion. Okay, so after one or two sessions, once you've done the practice, I will explain this one. Okay, if you see the simple thing, props or read only, and you can pass string, a number, or a boolean, or object, or array, even method, or even okay. I think even you can pass another component also as a prop. Okay, so these are very important, and at the same time, we can provide some default value to that, right? And you can destructure it, and at the same time, okay, you can provide some okay. All I can I think done. Okay, we can pass some JSX as a children. So these are the most important things related to the props. Okay, now if you have any questions, if you have any confusion about the props, just let me know. Because and once we understand the state and event handling, I will show you how to pass methods as a prop and some other advanced things related to the prop. But so far, we are done the good things about the props. Any questions related to the props? Clear? Because I think today I'm just asking.
Yes, Raghu.
No, Ravi, it's clear.
Fantastic. Now we can go and okay takes one or two examples about the rendering lists, because maybe if you already have done a practice, it's a easy thing, but few people definitely feel some hardness like understanding with array.map, so that we can take some simple examples and we can close the session for today. And the next session, super important things we are going to discuss. If you're already, because you are watching this video, if you're already good at just listing things with the help of array.map, you can skip this topic. Okay, but cross check whether you really know or you thought you know. That is very important. So once you do practice, then only you will understand whether you are strong or not. So fine. So let's see. Well, I'm not going to take too much complex things. Simple things we can see. Like I'm just taking some the constant here. Okay, constant list. Okay, let's go with the list is equal to. So I'm just taking 10, comma 20, comma 30, comma 40, comma the 50. Okay, some values are there. So I want to display these things like a paragraph. Okay, I want to. One minute. I'll just remove these things to avoid just I will place only simple component here, employee, that is enough. So just see the result in the output. Okay, nothing is there. Fantastic. So just go to the employee component and you can display the h1 tag. Okay, so list and whatever the topic. So here, okay, instead of names, it's better to go with instead of numbers, it's better to go with the names. Just tell me, just ping me your favorite movies, like quickly, or there in the call. Just five names. You can give two favorite movies for you, so that I can take that one. I will add my favorite movies, like three, and, okay. Just ping me quickly. Varun also said Three Idiots, It's My Love Story, and Anand and Godavari. Okay. Anand, Anand, Anand. Okay. Both are Shekhar Kamala's movies, right? Really cool movies. Another one is It's My Love Story. What's that? It's Telugu movie or English, Hindi movie or English? Telugu
What
only?
will say?
I didn't watch this. Okay, fine. So we have some movie names. Okay, we need to display that in a either paragraph or the list item or list item. Okay, let's go with a simple example so that we can display all these things as a paragraph. Okay, for that, what we can do? So here the constant. Okay, output. I'm just putting like an output. What you can do? So this list is an array. Okay, otherwise you can go with the name like RRR, so that it will refers array dot map. Array dot map. Here, what it will do, it will execute this callback function on each and every item. The first, it will take a three idiots, and here you want to create a paragraph. So just add that item, because right now this is a simple text, so that you can just add item. So it is just taking three idiots and it is creating a paragraph. But it's taking a Yuri, it will create another paragraph. It will okay, it will take each and every movie name and it will create a paragraph. And if you see, observe carefully here, I'm just going to add this output. So this output is the array of JSX, array of JSX elements, and that has paragraph and it has some inner text for that. So hopefully it will display those movies in the output. So if you see 3 Idiots movie and everything is there, just right click and inspect to just cross check whether it is displaying paragraphs or not. So just display. If you see, this is list rendering. This is the heading, and these are the paragraphs. Understood, everyone? These are the paragraphs. Suppose you are not interested to display as a paragraph. So if you want to give a H H4 tag or H3 tag, H4, if you want H4, just give H4 here and here. Okay? You know the reason. So now if you see render it properly, so these are H4 tags. Or you want to display as a list item and okay UL unordered list or order list. So what we can do here here we can define some unordered list. Sorry, unordered list. Okay, unordered list. Inside that you want to add those list items. So other time what you can do, just go on, just take the LIs. Fine. So that here the output is the collection of list item. So just add again here. Hopefully it will work. Sometimes I do mistakes. Okay, yeah, an order list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So observe carefully, observe carefully. These are the collections of list item. Okay, I hope you guys understood. So now suppose you have a you got the you got the movies information as an object. You got the movies information as an object. Okay, at the time
Sir,
how to, yeah, tell me that.
actually, if I want to display within the same para, means all the three should display in the same paragraph itself. Then I can go with here, means oil in the place of oil. Can I give paragraph and can I print output? Is it okay? Means complete information in a single paragraph.
Yeah. If
Three.
you want to, it's a simple thing. If you want to display the complete information in a single paragraph, you no need. Okay, you can construct the string. Okay, what you need to do with the help of array dot, instead of array dot map, just go with for each. Okay, you can just take each and every, just write a for loop, simple for loop, and pick each and every item and concatenate with the previous item and display it.
Is it not possible through this way, sir?
No, maybe possible, but
I
we need
think
to
it
do a lot
is
of things
possible
because
against.
array dot map. What will happen? Array dot map. It will take each and every item and it will execute that one. So if you give li, it will create. Suppose if you have 5 items, it will create 5 li items. But you want to concatenate concatenate all the movies information to one string. What you can do? Just write a for loop. Just write a for loop. Like you can go with a for each or something.
I got what you have said, but I thought like whether this way work out or not.
Just
So,
try. Just try. Okay. Okay. You can try and practice it. If you found any way, let me know. Okay. Up to my knowledge, I don't know. It's not possible because you're using map. So if you are using map, it will come all the things into an array of items. Then end of the day, if you concatenate to the string and if you attach that to a paragraph, it will work out. But how you are going to concatenate, you need to write that logic.
once write with for each, sir.
Right now, can I write that one? Whether you're asking that, can I do that now itself, or you will try later? Okay, fine. Sita, okay, fine. That's a simple thing. Like you can do practice later. Okay. Otherwise, suppose if you don't know any student or watching this video, what you can do? Okay, let I equal to 0, I less than. Okay, who knows that you can forward it. Okay, I dot length. Okay, then I plus less. Right? You can just take. Okay, let um, full string. Okay. Initialize with an empty string. If you have any other shortcuts, definitely you can do it. What, okay, for each every item, what I'm doing, so is equal to, I'm just concatenating the new item, array of I. That's it. And if you want to display that full string in a single paragraph, what you can do, just remove these things. Okay, just to put a paragraph inside that, just give this full string. So that, so if you want to give some spaces, or you can use that string interpolation as well. Save this. See the result. So if you see, it's there in one paragraph. If you just cross check, three dates, Yuri, Anand, Godavari, it's the same paragraph. And you can put some comma as well here so that you can differentiate between those names. Got it? Okay, first one. Okay, it is okay. First one, it is getting empty. So that just play with the JavaScript. You can do it. Understood, everyone? Sweta, understood?
Yes.
Okay, okay. No problem. Just to practice, you will understand that whether we need to use array.map according to your expectation, you can play with all those things. Okay, now I will tell you I will tell you one more interesting thing here. Suppose previously we just added a li tag or something, right? Just with okay unordered list. Now I can go with unordered list and just embed this all the list items here. Okay, so that it will display that unordered list. Unordered list is working fine. So now suppose if you have an object, suppose if this movies information you will get in the form of object, okay, at the time, so I'm just removing this, I can add again, just take an object. So movie, like movie title, like idiots or something. And who's the director for this movie? Arun?
I forgot.
Forgot. Oh, if you forgot,
Raju Irani. Raju Irani.
huh?
Raju Irani.
Actually, I forgot. Okay, actually, I know him, but his name, I used to forget his name. Raj Hirani. So I think what's the next movie from Raj Hirani?
I don't know.
This is bad. Okay, he's just doing movie with the Shah Rukh Khan. We name, forgot the movie name, but yeah, they already announced the movie name, right? It's Shah Rukh Khan. So Three Idiots, Amir Khan. Okay, so I'll just take one or two movies information. Okay, now tell me, so Anand, right? Anand is a really awesome movie. So just tell me, who is director for Anand movie? Vasanta?
I don't know, right?
Oh my God. Maker Kamula, watch this tutorial, definitely you will feel sad. Okay, at least tell me actor name. Don't know the actor name
I'm
also.
not getting.
You love movies only. You're not going to bother about who is the director and all that, right? Okay. Some other title like It's My Love Story. Just tell me. I'm not asking the story. I'm just asking who is the director for that movie.
Sridhar Reddy.
Is that ready? Ready. Okay. Who is the actor? So, don't answer. I will just give a triple X. Okay, fine. So we got, because right now if you see, we are getting in the form of object, right? At the time, if you want to read the title, what you need to do? Just put item dot title. So I hope you guys already aware of these things.
Sir Aravind Krishna.
Arvind Krishna. Okay, okay. I think I watched this movie.
Nikita. Nikita.
Okay, fine. So it's a title we just displayed. Okay, and if you want to display, suppose the director name also, what you can do, so item dot director, same time, suggest item dot actor. Suppose again, if you have the information, actors information into array or another object, so you can just, with the help of the dot notation, you can read that values properly and you can display. It's just for understanding purpose. It's working fine. See, yesterday also we just got understood the point that it will show, it will throw an error that it will always expect x. Okay. This, if you want to render a collection of children, use an array instead. He's just suggesting some other things as well. Okay, fine. You can check that later. But whenever you're rendering into a list, so at the time it will expect a key, okay, key value. So I'm just giving key, which it should be a unique. Okay, suppose anything like item dot the title, like a movie name is unique, right? You can't find the duplicates in that movie's array, so that will be fine. But why we need to provide the key and all those things? Okay, I will suggest you one good video on that, okay, in the next session. It's there in a code evolution, just I need to pick it properly and I will give it to you. So which was explained in a beautiful way with some good examples so that you can understand easily. Okay, so far in this session we understood, okay, simply, okay, we can pass default values to the props and we can pass JSX as a children to the component, and the most important thing is props are read only. Just remember, props are read only. So at any point of time, even interview, if just trying to give the coding some different things, so end of the day you should remember that props are read only. You can't change the original props. Once you destructure it, that those will be a deep local variable so that you can change those values, but you can't change the original props. Okay, that's all regarding the props, and other things are there. We are going to learn step by step in the coming days. Okay. Any questions before going to wind up the session?
No, Raghu.
No? Okay, good. Vasanta, do you have any questions?
No, Ravi, it's clear.
Yes. Shweta, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. I have to practice.
Yeah, that's the biggest question. Okay, who are watching this video, whether you are doing a practice or not, it's really difficult to track. But at least these 3 or 4 people are running a sessions, and so that I can understand that what you are doing practice or how much you are understanding. Okay, of course, that's your choice completely. So please do practice. That is the highest priority thing. Okay, if you have any question, just ping me in the comments or just reach out to me if you have already access to me. So I will try to explain in detail for you. Okay, that's all for this session. Okay, next session is going to be very important. Okay, of course, every session. So please don't miss that. Okay, thank you, and of course the weekend. So enjoy the weekend and see you on Monday again. Bye bye.